The opening we want to discuss now is Sokolsky opening, which stands for International Master Alexei Sokolsky, that was in former Soviet Union, that developed this opening, or as they call here, Orangutan, which is B4, first move. It definitely belongs to the category of unusual openings, and the idea of this opening is to discourage black's knight in some positions to go to c6, quickly develop bishop on b2, and get some kind of a pawn structure superiority. That's not the opening that can be recommended, because this opening violates basic principles of chess. Basic principles of chess say that you have to develop your minor pieces quick. Well, then you can say, well, white develops the bishop, but you have to conduct all your actions towards the center, and you have to develop pieces towards the center, and pawns also in the center. This move contradicts with this idea. So there are a number of ways to play, a lot of ways to play, and almost here is almost no wrong way to play for black. Well, I can only recommend one way to play. Well, if you have some other preferred way to play, be my guest and you can use that. But easiest way to play against this opening is to go e5, and after bishop b2, not to go f6 like theory recommends, or d6, but simply the simplest way. Bishop takes b4, bishop takes e5, and now we get the position where we took the wing pawn on b4 and we gave the central pawn on e5. But why did we do that? Okay, we developed the bishop from f8 to b4. That's developed piece. White took with the bishop central pawn of ours, but bishop was already developed. Bishop on e5 cannot stand long there, so it will have to move again. So that means white will be making 3 moves with the same piece in the opening. Black will have superiority in development. Well, white played bishop takes e5, knight f6. Black develops its pieces quickly. e3, we castle quickly, and after knight f3, rook e8. You see, black is ahead in development. After rook e8, bishop e2, and we play d5. We will kick the bishop on e5 much later with knight c6 move. After d5, if white castles, and notice that they can also play c4, try to exchange those pawns and get more superiority in their pawn structure, like more central pawns. But after c4, we simply take on c4, and when bishop takes c4, we can go knight c6, and on bishop b2, bishop e6. And on bishop takes c6, rook takes c6. You see that black is fully developed. Black is fully developed, and if white castles, I don't know, maybe can black go queen d3, or maybe they can go queen d7 and rook e8. Black has beautiful position here. So if white does not play c4, but they try, however, to finish development by castling, so what I would recommend here, to go c5, and after c4, knight c6, and after bishop b2, d4. You see, black has definite pressure in the center. They are threatening to play d3, and well, the bishop on c8, of course, and black has clearly better position. That's an easy way to play for black. So what you do, again, let's get quick outline in this opening. So what we do is, after b4, e5, bishop b2, and I have to point to you that bishop b2 must be played. Some move like a3 if white plays. We can simply go d5, and after bishop b2, bishop d6. We just have a center, and it's very unclear what pawns on a3 and b4 doing. So if white plays bishop, after bishop takes b4, bishop takes e5, all we have to know is to develop our pieces quick. Knight f6, e3, castle, knight f3, rook e8. Next, what we do, we go d5, and we want to put the pawn on c5, because we have to have some before we play knight c6. We don't want to play knight c6 and block the pawn on c7. Then we go c5, and then we go knight c6. Now we are beautifully developed, and we are ready for the action in the center. All our pieces stand very well. That's all you need to know if someone plays you Sokolsky opening or Orangutan opening. Just remember, quickly develop your pieces and get your central pawns ready for action in the center. You're missing the e pawn. That's not your disadvantage. You can turn it to your advantage by having open e file, and putting the rook there. That's very simple to play for black, and you're guaranteed to get very good position.